So, you still haven't decided which toolbox system to invest in? Arguably, the most important box type is the drawers. They're the most convenient way to access multiple levels of tools at the same time. There's a big problem with the standard 3-box kit many users start with: the rolling box, large toolbox, and the small toolbox. Let's say you need a tool from a lower box. You can either unstack the upper boxes or remove the handle and carefully raise the rest of your stack to grab the tool you need with one hand. It's definitely not convenient. If you're trying to get more organized and optimize your workflow, then we need to find out which of these boxes will work best for you. I'll be evaluating all of these different systems on 10 different categories, from pricing to special features to build quality. I'll be covering everything in this video. I bought drawers from Craftsman Trade Stack, Cobalt Case Stack, Rigid Pro Gear 2.0, Dewalt Tough System 2.0, Flex Stackpack, Milwaukee Packout, Tough Built Stacktech, and luckily, Klein sent out their brand new MODbox drawers. They should be available at several online retailers and in stock at Lowe's by the end of this month.
Starting with price. On the lower end, we have Trade Stack's 2-drawer at $99. Cobalt is a bit more at $119, and Ryobi has 2 options for $119 and $139. There are a couple budget options like T-Stack and VersaStack as well as Hart, but those are much smaller than the rest of these options, so I won't be including them in the rest of this video. Also, as I've mentioned in previous toolbox comparison videos, Ryobi Link costs too much for the quality they are providing. I tested them in stores and found numerous flaws. The locking mechanism was completely missing from one of the boxes, and on the one that it was still there, it was very loose. So when you tried to open up the top drawer with the dividers, it hit every single one. For the same price, you're better with one of the other previously mentioned systems. Another option for the same price as Ryobi is Rigid. Dewalt's 2-drawer is a bit more at $129, and Dewalt's 3-drawer is $144. The 2-drawer from Flex Stackpack is $149, and the 3-drawer is $159. The Packout 2-drawer is $156, both 3 drawers are $179, and the 4-drawer is $199. Stacktech currently has a small single drawer for $99 and a 3-drawer for $169. They have several other box types coming this year, but those prices are not available yet. Last but not least is the brand new MODbox drawers. The single drawer will be $139, the 2-drawer will be $149, and the 3-drawer will be $159. Before you ask, no, Festool sustainers will not be included in this video. They do have a 3-drawer box for $189 and some other unique small part storage options, but the sustainer system is less readily available than these other brands. It's also more expensive on average and geared more toward workshop organization than rugged job site use. There's also another interesting option available on Amazon from SK Tools. They just came out with their new metal modular toolboxes. At the time I'm making this video, some of the options are out of stock, so I couldn't get them in for this comparison. Comment below if you want a dedicated video on this new system. Let's quickly go over the dimensions. Overall, it seems like the companies are getting better at providing documentation and specs for all of their boxes, but it might be hard to compare them if you haven't seen everything in person. So I compiled all of the dimensions into a table, and I'll point out some of the more noteworthy specs. The biggest overall box is Flex Stackpack, closely followed by Rigid 2.0 and Stacktech. Milwaukee Packout and Klein MODbox are pretty similar in size. And Trade Stack, Case Stack, and Tough System 2.0 are the smallest. There's a few more interesting details to pay attention to with the interior dimensions. The widest drawers are from Dewalt, but they are not as deep as other options. The deepest drawers are from Stacktech and MODbox, closely followed by Milwaukee. And the height obviously depends on the configuration of the drawer box. The small single drawer from Stacktech measures 4.5 inches, which is pretty close to most of the 2-drawer boxes. The MODbox single drawer is currently the deepest drawer on the market with a full depth of just under 11 inches. However, there is a caveat with all the MODbox drawers. The lowest part of the drawer needs to have a large channel to create clearance for the release latch. This may seem like a big negative at first, but the extra material greatly increases the strength and rigidity of the drawer. I'll talk about it a bit more in some of the other categories. Several other of these boxes also have similar unique extrusions. Trade Stack and Dewalt have a bump in the front to make room for the latch. Packout has 2 small curbs going from front to back. And Stacktech has similar curves as well as a bump in the front to house the latch mechanism. Also on the right side of the lowest drawer is another bump to make space for the connection mechanism. And Flex Stackpack has a small bump in the front to house part of the latch mechanism. These boxes are part of modular toolbox systems. They're designed to be transported every day. So I think having a good strength to weight ratio is very important. So I weighed each of the boxes and will be testing the manufacturer's recommended max weight capacity. The TradeStack 2 drawer weighs about 19.5 pounds. The sticker on the box says 17.6 pounds per box, but online the rating is actually 22 pounds per drawer and 88 for the handle. So I put 20 pounds in each drawer. The top one still moves smoothly, but the lower drawer really started dragging on the bottom of the box. Case Stack weighs about a pound more than TradeStack and has a rating of 50 pounds total, so I put 25 pounds in each drawer. They both moved pretty smoothly with minimal rubbing on the shell of the box. Rigid weighs just under 23.5 pounds. It is bigger than the previous two, but it has a third drawer. The ratings are 11 pounds per small drawer and 22 for the large drawer, so I put 25 pounds in the big one and just 10 in the small ones. There was no rubbing between the small drawers and very little between the large drawer and the shell of the box. Dewalt makes the lightest 2 drawer at 17 pounds 12 ounces, but they have conflicting numbers on different sites about the capacity, so I put 20 pounds in for the test. There was noticeable rubbing on the lower drawer, so it took more force to open and close. The upper drawer didn't deflect as much. Stacktech has some of the heaviest boxes across the entire market. The 3 drawer is just over 29 pounds and has a capacity of 50 distributed pounds. The 3 drawers still felt very smooth and sturdy with 15 to 20 pounds each. The single drawer weighs only 16 pounds and also has a rating of 50 pounds. That's a lot of load for one drawer, but it still handled it very well. There was only a little bit of rubbing between the drawer and the shell. Stackpack has the heaviest 3 drawer at 29 pounds 5 ounces, but it does have the highest weight capacity at 70 pounds. With 25 pounds in the lower drawer, it had a little bit of rubbing against the crossbar, but still felt pretty smooth. All 3 MODbox drawers are rated for 50 pounds per box. Although the dividers flex a little in the single box, the actual structure of the drawer handles the weight very well. The combination of 2 sets of drawer slides and the reinforced center keeps the movement smooth and away from rubbing against the release latch. The bottom drawers from the other boxes also do well with their distributed loads, and the upper ones only slightly rub against the lower drawers. Packout drawers are also rated for 50 pounds, but they really don't handle that much weight very well. Sure, the drawer slides are smooth, but the actual drawers rub against each other more than any other brand. As I've talked about in previous toolbox videos, the connecting mechanism is the most important design element. It really boils down to the points of contact between the boxes and the retention latch. A good connecting mechanism securely holds the boxes together and is easy to operate. Starting with TradeStack. According to the marketing, it has an automatic stacking, one-touch release system. Well, I think my drawer box might be slightly defective. I tried dropping the box into place multiple times, but the red latch never fully engaged with the drawer box on its own. I was able to get it to work by pushing down on this black piece, but that is not ideal. I know the rolling box is fine because the organizer connects to it, but the drawer box doesn't easily connect to the organizer either. Definitely try and test out your stuff in store before purchasing. Cobalt K-Stack has one point of contact on each corner and the middle of the sides where the sliding latches are. It's surprisingly easy to operate, and it securely holds the boxes together. Although I'm not a fan of side latches in general, I like how these connectors are low profile, easy to operate, and it's a relatively simple mechanism. Some of the other boxes have more moving parts that can break. Cobalt can also accept half-size boxes, and you can connect items facing either direction. Rigid beefed up the base of the drawer box. There's 4 identical feet to the standard boxes, but there are 2 more feet on the very front and more structure in the middle. The rotating bar latches hold everything together surprisingly well. The drawer boxes have middle slots for the compact organizer, and boxes can be stacked in either direction. Dewalt Tough System 2.0 was the first system to have spring-loaded side latches. But sadly, there's a bit left to be desired. The points of contact aren't big enough, so stacked items can still move a lot. I like how the side latches are bigger than flexes, so it's easier to operate. There's also a rotating piece in the center of the box, so you can attach half-size boxes. And the boxes can be attached facing forward or backward. Flex Stackpack has 4 rubberized points of contact in the corners, which help stabilize the box more than Dewalt. But the side latch is smaller than Dewalt, so I think it's less ergonomic. It is good that there's a rotating piece in the middle so you can stack compact boxes, but I don't like how the latches stick so much above the lid, so they are more susceptible to being broken. Also, the mechanism is fairly complex, so if one of the pieces breaks or debris gets in there, the whole thing will need to be replaced. Stackpack can also be stacked in either direction. Klein MODbox has a feet and cleat design similar to Milwaukee Packout. There are 4 large feet and a release latch with a heavy-duty spring. One problem with this design, as well as Packout, is that small debris can get lodged in the lid and keep everything from attaching together. When the path is free of debris, the system is fast and easy to operate, and is compatible with half-size items. Stacktech is the newest kid on the block, and has a very intricate but easy to operate mechanism. There are 2 connection points in the back, and 2 in the front. This system automatically connects, and can be attached forwards or backwards. However, there's 2 downsides. With the increased complexity of the mechanism, and multiple small entry points for debris like water and sand, it can clog up the moving parts. Also, the current design of half-size boxes gets in the way of a successful connection between 2 half-size boxes and a full-size on top. Tough Built has said that there will be a change to the lid geometry to accept full-size boxes, and an adapter plate coming to make old boxes work too. Packout has 12 points of contact and a center release latch. It easily and securely holds everything together. Another advantage to this design is that half-size items can be attached, and even smaller items like the Packout cup. My favorite aspect to this design is the ability to connect other accessories. I make this XL cup to hold your own drinks, a plumber's cup holder, and a Searchlight swivel mount. Check it out on whyhedesigns.com. The trade stack drawers have slots for dividers, but they don't come with any. DIY dividers can be made pretty easily with 1/4-inch plywood. Another option for dividing up the drawer is with bins. There are some indentations that seem to line up with the bottom of the red trade stack organizer bins, but they don't actually hold in the bins that well. If you use all 12 bins included in the organizer by rotating the bins and ignoring the indents completely, it actually fits pretty nicely. The Case Stack 2 drawer comes with 1 full set of dividers. The small dividers are nice and sturdy, and everything can be easily reconfigured in either drawer. Another unique benefit to the Case Stack design is the flat bottom with additional indents that match up with the bumps on the dividers. The shape of the drawers is pretty simple, so making your own dividers should be easy. Unlike Trade Stack, the bins from the Cobalt organizer don't fit as nicely. The longer dividers are a nice snug fit and are some of the sturdiest of all the brands. The Rigid 3 drawer has 2 dividers for the large drawer and a bag of dividers for 1 small drawer. I guess they saved a little bit on some labor costs here by passing the disassembly onto the user, but it was pretty easy to take everything apart. The long dividers for the small drawers flex quite a bit, but when all of the small dividers are pushed into place, it's actually very rigid. Pun intended. The large drawer has a set of ribs on the side, but it's not compatible with the dividers. There's also two sizes of rigid organizers. The full-size bins fit well in between the dividers of the large drawer, but the small bins are a little too small. The Tough System drawers are the least customizable. It doesn't come with dividers or even slots to make your own DIY ones. If you really wanted to, you can make some more complicated half-lap dividers, or even get some of these adjustable ones I found on Amazon. If you have extra Dewalt organizer bins, you can fit 4 nicely across, but the drawers aren't deep enough to fit 3 rows. Flex Stackpack includes not 1, not 2, but 3 sets of dividers. Overall, the dividers are sturdy, but they fit together very loosely. If you want to store small loose items or even fasteners, I can see them migrating between the compartments because the dividers can easily get bumped up. The standard Stackpack organizer bins are also too tall to fit in the drawer. The Stacktech single drawer has 9 compartments. The dividers on the right side are specific to that side because it needs to make room for the bump for the connecting mechanism. The longer dividers are kind of flimsy, but the small ones are sturdy and have 2 retention bumps for a nice snug fit when everything is connected. The 3-drawer box has 2 full sets of dividers, and the lower drawer only has 2 rows of dividers. I don't know why they didn't just continue with the design from the single drawer, but who knows, maybe they'll change it in the future. The low profile bins are currently the only ones that could fit in either drawer, but they're really too small to be useful. The standard Packout 3-drawer and 2-drawer only come with 1 set of dividers. This has been a pain point for many users for years. Milwaukee finally started including more dividers with the newest styles, but overall, I think the Packout dividers are the simplest and the flimsiest. Just look at how much the long divider bends. If you want to use organizer bins in the drawers, the low profile bins will kind of fit in the 3-drawer and the standard will kind of fit in the 2-drawer. But the divider notches create a hump in the drawer so the bins don't sit flat. If you really want to use these drawers for small part storage, there is an abundance of 3D printed inserts for all the Packout drawers on Etsy. The MODbox 2-drawer has a full set of dividers on the top drawer. They're very sturdy, detailed, and have 2 retention bumps for a tight connection. There's also a special full set on the bottom. The standard size small organizer bins take a little bit of manipulation to get between the dividers, but it's actually a really nice fit. The 3-drawer is the perfect height for 2 low-profile bins stacked on top of each other, and the lowest drawer with the bump is still perfect size for 1 bin on top of it. The large single drawer is currently the only box on the market like this. It comes with 2 extra large dividers, and unsurprisingly, they are pretty flexible. Although, if you're using this drawer for your biggest tools like a circular saw, you probably will take the dividers out anyways. It's still pretty cool to finally see a drawer box big enough for a circular saw or multiple tools in one spot. Let me know if there's any other tools or tool configurations you want me to test out with this large drawer. The locking mechanisms are not only how the drawers keep closed, but how secure the overall boxes are from theft. Before diving into the details, let me preface this category with the fact that these are all just plastic toolboxes. If you're truly after some serious theft prevention, I don't think these are your best bet. With that being said, there's still a few good options to keep out your curious coworkers and bystanders from checking out what you have or walking away with something. One way that most of the drawers stay closed is with a rubber stopper at the end of the drawer slide. Some slides have more resistance and some don't have a stopper at all. TradeStack has a spring-loaded latch and no rubber inserts. The latch rotates the red catch that slides under the bump inside the box. The latch does a decent job at keeping the drawers closed, but there isn't any way for the drawers to be locked. CaseStack has some rubber bumpers that provide light resistance. The star here is the side switch locking mechanism, which can also be padlocked. This might be the fastest locking mechanism of all the boxes, but it definitely has a clear weakness. 2 plastic eyelets could be cut through fairly easily. The rigid drawers stay closed using the left and right rotating bars. They can be locked using the plastic eyelet around the metal bar on the right side. However, I'm not that impressed by the amount of flex in the plastic eyelets, and I wish there was some metal reinforcement like the standard rigid boxes. If you want to secure multiple boxes together, a cable lock can do the trick. Dewalt also has a spring-loaded latch, but uses a linkage and 2 pins to keep the drawers in place. I like the latch, but sadly these drawers don't have any way to lock them up. Packout has some rubber stoppers in the back, providing a higher amount of resistance than K-Stack. But the real security comes from the folding steel bar. Although the padlock is in front of the bar, the real thing keeping everything locked is just 2 plastic eyelets. And the easiest way to lock multiple boxes together is with a cable lock around the rails. Stacktech also uses a center latch, but this one is connected to 2 plastic pawls. There are also rubber stoppers in the back that provide additional resistance, and the plastic pawls latch behind a bump inside the box. I think the pawls are the weakest link here, so I think they could be improved with a metal upgrade. The glaring problem with Stacktech drawers is that there is not any way to lock them. That's why during my January design challenge, I made the tough built rail accessory anchor point and rail lock. The TBRA can be clamped onto multiple points of the box, so the rail locks can block access to 1, 2, or all 3 drawers. Another thing I made was the slide cover rail lock. This blocks access to the sliding connecting mechanism, so you cannot release just one of the top boxes. With rail locks, this is the only system that can have redundant locks on individual drawers. Also, if you're worried about losing your rail lock, it can be rotated and stored on the box. Stackpack has latches that slide up and down. There's also some rubber inserts that add resistance. The latches slide into metal crossbars that feel pretty strong and add overall strength to the box. To lock up the flex drawers, they have a steel bar that's stored in the lid. Once again, we're just relying on some parts of plastic that can be cut through if someone really wanted to. MODbox has a good combination of features. The drawer slides have rubber inserts that provide some resistance, and the metal bar deploys very fast. The red locking mechanism also has a metal reinforced eyelet for the padlock. The steel bar is a little over 1/8 of an inch, so the overall system is pretty robust. Also, there's an adjacent reinforced eyelet on the front for easier cable lock access across multiple boxes. TradeStack has some textured flat spots on the sides and a rubberized folding handle on the center of the box. K-Stack has some pretty small flat spots on the side that are hard to grab, but the folding handle in the center has a nice textured rubber grip. Rigid has some deeper grooves that are easier to grab than the previous two, and the connecting latches can also act as handles. Additionally, there's an integrated handle in the lid, but it's off-center and not very ergonomic. Dewalt has spring-loaded all plastic handles. There's also a pinch point when the handle closes, so I would be careful when grabbing the box. Stackpack also has folding handles, which are noticeably beefier and all rubber coated. Packout has some deep textured grooves that are slightly more ergonomic than Rigid's similar design. Stacktech also has folding handles with some rubber overmolding. MODbox has an integrated groove on the lid, and the side rails could also be used as handles. Of the boxes with folding handles, the Dewalt ones extend out the farthest, and Stacktech is the most compact, which leads to a slightly more comfortable carrying position. The special features category is my personal favorite. Beyond their chosen colors, these options set each brand apart, and it helps attract different sets of customers. The Trade Stack box is the most basic. The only special feature is the integrated label cover. Case Stack also has a label cover, but the cooler feature is the accessory cleats. Cobalt makes a level holder, cord wrap, and toolbar. I'll also be making an adapter for the handler system wall mount. Rigid drawers have 4 special features. First, the 3-drawer can be reconfigured into a 2-drawer and 4-drawer box. Second, the fix-and-go cleats can hold the box on the wall. But they don't come with this box. You'll need to use them from another 2.0 box. Third, the fix-and-go system is also used with the trolley, so you can make the one and only rolling drawer box on the market right now. Fourth, these mysterious holes on the sides of the box might not have any OEM uses, but I developed an adapter for the handler wall mount. So now you can add accessories like the screwdriver rack, tray, bit rack, and steel bar. You can even add tough-built clip-tech pouches to the side of your box. Since Tough System 1.0, Dewalt has developed a very cool feature. Underneath the handle is a slot for the wall mount system. The wall brackets are also used on the Dewalt hand truck for a super modular setup. These 2.0 drawers also have a rubber gasket for water resistance and a removable label holder. Stackpack has accessory-ready aluminum rails on the front and back. Flex has made basic accessories like a cord wrap, level holder, and steel bar. But they also have developed a wall mount system and rolling box mounts. Flex has been pretty slow at releasing new items, so I've started expanding my line of rail accessories into the Flex system I'm calling Flex Rail Accessories, or FRAs. This is the anchor point, optimized for holding keychains or being used as a light-duty lashing point. I also recently made the FRA magnet, which is a convenient spot to hold a variety of metal tools. Stacktech also has corner rails, but they are steel, so magnetic tools like the M12 Rover can attach directly. Tough Built also makes quick attach accessories like this long tool holder. There are a few more accessories available and other unique ones coming soon, like the drafting light and tablet arm. As I showed earlier, I made the TBRA anchor point to lock up the drawers, but it can also hold your keys. And I've also made a TBRA Nolster mount. You can now hang your tools using a Nolster locking tool clip or a basic belt clip too. And another addition is the TBRA handler mount, which is compatible with single cleat handler items like the phone holder, bins, and cups. MODbox also has accessory rails for their line of quick attach accessories like the magnet, parts bin, hooks, and tool carrier. I've also made a MODbox side handler, Klein rail accessory clip tech mount, and KRA anchor point. One more integrated feature is the V-groove and ruler. Packout rails might look basic and boring at the store, but I've developed a line of Packout rail accessories for ultimate customization. They install super fast, and I've developed an extensive line of accessories. From wall mounts, to mounting a box to your rolling box, to hanging more boxes on the rest of your stack. I'm always working on more accessories and adding them to my website, whyhedesigns.com. All of these drawers are relatively expensive, so let's make sure you get your money's worth. The trade stack drawers being the cheapest obviously means you're not going to get the highest build quality. The multiple piece construction and overall thinner walls definitely give it the cheapest feel. The drawers are made mostly from ABS, and the actual box is made from polypropylene. Craftsman covers this with a limited lifetime warranty. Case stack is a slight increase in quality. The drawers feel more stable and deflect less under load. Case stack has a 1-year limited warranty. Rigid really delivers a lot for the price. The walls are thicker, and the box is covered by a limited lifetime warranty. Dewalt drawers are made from ABS, and the box is made from polypropylene. That's why the drawers can still feel pretty strong with these thinner walls. The quality is definitely better than trade stack, and it's covered by a limited lifetime warranty. Stackpack delivers the highest weight rating, so the drawers do feel pretty sturdy, and there's metal crossbars inside. However, Flex only offers a 1-year limited warranty if registered in the first 30 days of buying. MODbox feels well constructed all around, but we will have to see how they hold up in the field. I'm also happy to see that they've added weep holes on the side rails that I noted were not present on the standard 3-box stack in my last toolbox comparison video. Klein offers a limited lifetime warranty. Packout was once the clear winner of build quality, but it's sad to see that they haven't done any revisions over the last few years to make the drawers feel as sturdy as other brands. Milwaukee offers a limited lifetime warranty. Stacktech boxes are truly built tough. They are heavy, impact resistant, and have steel reinforced corners. However, the plastic pawls and intricate mechanism might be subject to issues over long-term use on a job site. ToughBuilt offers a limited lifetime warranty that I've seen is pretty responsive from the ToughBuilt Facebook user group. When deciding which of these systems to choose, you should really ask yourself how interested you are in having a collection with a variety of boxes and accessories. TradeStack has a medium-sized system with a few boxes, an organizer, crate, and 2 soft storage options. But you can also expand into the T-Stack/VersaStack family as well, with the adapter plate included in the rolling toolbox. K-Stack has been around for about 2 years, and just recently added the organizers, drawer, and bag. There's a lot of competition at Lowe's, but I hope they can stick around and keep making new boxes and accessories. Rigid 1.0 launched about 10 years ago. 2.0 was released in 2022, and both systems are still compatible. Rigid has been pretty slow about releasing new items, but I think the system has a lot of potential. Tough System 1.0 came out over 10 years ago, but was updated in 2019 with 2.0. There's a decent amount of items, but it's certainly not the most expansive system. Dewalt recently announced an XL box line, which can hold 2 boxes back to back. It sure will be interesting to see the entire Dewalt toolbox ecosystem develop. Stackpack launched in 2022 and had a wave of new products in the fall of 2023. They'll need to hurry up if they want to catch up with the other systems. Stacktech was released last fall with a strong starting lineup, and they have an ambitious plan for this year. If all goes to plan, they will have a system that truly rivals Packout. MODbox came out in the summer of 2023, and these drawer boxes will be a big addition to the system. I also spotted a modular hand truck coming soon. The hand truck will have accessory rails all over and will be another way to have a rolling drawer toolbox. Milwaukee released Packout in 2017. There are now over 100 Packout related items and hundreds of more third-party accessories. Another benefit to the Packout system is how easy it is to make your own items, like this custom drawer dolly that uses a mounting plate to attach to the rest of the system. Check out my build video and build plans in the description below.
So, which of these systems is the best? Well, it depends on where you want to place the most value. If you're looking for the best in security, the best in price, or the one with the best color, then your decision can be very different than others. And that is okay. At the end of the day, these are just toolboxes. Want to learn more about other parts of these systems? Check out my detailed reviews and comparisons in the Toolbox playlist linked below. I'll also have some affiliate links to some of the products I talked about today. And go to whyhedesigns.com to explore the full collection of accessories I make. As always, I'd appreciate it if you smash the like button and subscribe to get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.